So this is the presentation on the client acquisition funnel. My name is Mark Bransky. I'm a master trainer with the National Academy of Sport Medicine, and I have my own business named after me, Bransky Fitness. And we're going to be going through a couple of things related to business development. We'll start with something called positioning. This is to help understand what it is that you offer, how you offer it, and essentially who your target demographic is. Once we kind of conquer the positioning portion of things, we'll go front end to back end on what this client acquisition funnel is and how each part of it has its own meaning and how we can do things to reduce the resistance from a person going from one stage of the funnel to the next. Along each part in this funnel, going from discovery to contact and consultation, ultimately to sales, there are very common points where people will drop off or will have kind of gaps or leaks in our funnel. And so I'll kind of discuss some of these more common things and then how we can kind of approach it. You know, Tara, you mentioned the automation of things. And so this is where it makes the client or the prospect just have a higher likelihood to work with us. And it makes this much easier for us, especially if we want to start handling higher volumes of people. So I'll be very happy about that part. By the end, you should have the ability to do a couple of things immediately. So that's either going to be patching something on your website or it's going to be doing something on a scheduling app. You should be able to do something very, very quickly that's actionable that'll help you right now. And there's like two parts that we'll kind of talk about, which is the technical part. Okay, you got to do this. You have to make this. There's a Google thing here. But it's all meaningful in order for you to have some kind of a connection with a prospect before even meeting them. So there's very much a psychological element to a lot of the things that we would do technically. And I'll talk about how I basically kind of arrange that. We know a lot about assessments. We know a lot about program design, about coaching, cueing, posture, anatomy, things of that nature. Trainers just are not taught about business development, website development, search engine optimization, Google ads, all of these more technical aspects that are required to not just train, but build a business. The more we understand that getting clients is part of a larger framework of development and not just how do I get people to find me, it helps us relax because we know how to look at each stage in the process and how that works its way through for clients and not just how do I get people to give me a call. You can have a larger idea about things. And that helps to actually have us trainers freak out less if we're trying to get clients. We'll go through each stage of the client acquisition funnel. And just as I mentioned, we'll help you not just understand each part, but how do we get clients to go through seamlessly? And not just that, like kind of as Emily pointed out, how can we not sell training to clients? How can we set things up way in advance so that they are excited to purchase training?